You've definitely heard about web page bloating, at least once. So do I. Hi, let's talk today about Front-End Developer Handbook, SVG in Action, and JavaScript Performance. I'm Anatol, and you are watching the good parts of the front-end development. Let's start with the Front-End Developer Handbook. This comprehensive document consists of 3 parts: the front-end practice, learning front-end development, and front-end development tools. There, I found not only the basics, but also some fundamentals like security, data API, etc. Please pay attention to the article JavaScript Start-up Performance by Addy Osmani on Medium. In this post, you can find the answers to the following questions. What's involved in the process of getting your code running in the first place? What slows it down? How can you measure it? And what can you do to lower parse times? You may have noticed, I'm usually falling in love with funny tutorials, because, according to a well-established fact of science, the information, provoking the emotions, helps better memorizing. That's why let me grab your attention to the article, namely A Toast to ES 2015 Destruction. Phil Nash explained this new JavaScript feature using a couple of examples. One more informative article about ES 2015 is The Promise of a Burger Patty by Mariko Kosaka. She uses physical metaphor in order to explain promises, fetch, and all that stuff. Now, these concepts are interconnected in my brain. Five brilliant ways to lazy load images for faster page loads on Dynamic Drive blog is another in-depth article on the subject. Authors define 5 how-to techniques. How to move from the plain data attributes usage to a comprehensive plugin tracking scroll bar events. I believe we should use lazy load images for each website in production. Rob Dodson released another episode of A11ycast. In this episode, he shows how elements actually get their accessible names and some techniques you can use to provide proper labeling. I consider Graph Grid tool interesting. This is pure CSS grid overlays for designing your project. You can use a predefined grid overlay from the collection, or create your custom grid overlays using the new Graph API. If you're interested in SVG, you might like a collection of repeatable SVG background patterns for you to use on your digital projects. In case you're still using icon fonts, even GitHub stopped doing that. Anatol wrote an article, Align SVG icons to text and say goodbye to font icons, just for you. This is a scalable solution to solving the alignment issues of SVGs. If you find Flexbox's responsive layout sexy, but all these tutorials are dull for you, then you might like how Flexbox works explained with big colorful animated GIFs by Scott Doomes. His article contains a bunch of animated pictures that probably reveal the Flexbox mystery. In his turn, Nick Babbage posted the article Best Practices for Long Scrolling on babbage.biz. He derives the general rules and identifies the best practice. There are a lot of examples of using animation and user reactions. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel and watch other episodes. This is all for this week. Thanks for watching and stay curious.